What's up, Fudge Packers? Welcome to Midweek Freak Treat, Hitting the Brakes, Episode 7, Such a Dorcas. I'm Zacharoni Obama.
And I am Jonathan Toilet coming at you hot. Yeehaw! Fudge Packers. What a Dorcas Malorcas of an episode. You couldn't even see what happens. There's evidence in this episode that maybe they're not from Atlanta.
What?
And we'll talk about that a little later.
We will have to talk about that a little later. We'll have to talk about everything that happens in this episode because I didn't watch this episode. Straight up. All right?
You didn't watch it?
Well, I had it on. I started today very much intent on watching Dorcas Malorcas, the musical, or whatever the hell this one is called. But instead, I crashed into a wall and became obsessed with the opening credits and dissecting them. I noticed something in the opening credits that fascinated me, and I needed to dig into it more.
It isn't when he says wall, he goes right into my. That weirds me out.
When he says wall, he goes right into my what?
When it's like, I crashed into a wall, my.
Oh, right.
I hate that he says my right away.
Yeah, there's
like,
no dip.
Like, ride out the wall.
Yeah, I crashed into the wall.
Exactly.
And then someone else.
I want it elongated.
Yeah, someone else steps in and then goes, my family told me that. And he's still holding wall the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I want a singing couplet.
Right. Yeah, you want like a tag team, like an Ebony and Ivory thing.
I do want an Ebony and Ivory. You ever do that for karaoke?
Yes, actually. I have. No, I haven't. Yeah, I have done Ebony and Ivory. Yeah, I have.
Was it with me?
It wasn't with you. I was dressed as Yosemite Sam at the time.
Uh-huh.
And then the other guy who was singing with me was dressed like me. Like me's Zacharoni Obama. It was a very... And then there was a third guy there who was dressed like Psy from Gangnam Style. It was a very weird ensemble.
What was the third guy doing?
Dancing.
Like yellow?
He was just dancing.
No, he wasn't doing like a beige in between of
Wow.
Ebony and Ivory.
No, we have to go back to that racist thing you just said. We have to return to that. You thought you were just going to slip saying that Ebony and Ivory and yellow were on the keyboard, and I was going to go, yeah, I just told you he was dressed as a Korean man, but sure, we'll let that slide.
Well, like in a traffic light,
Your
you
life
have
is
green
ruined.
and red
Your life
on
is
opposite
ruined.
spectrums, and then in the middle is yellow.
You're getting racially Me Too'd on this episode, Johnny. Sorry.
I'm getting racially meted is what's happening. We could have watched this episode. We could have recorded like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Because I could have skipped this episode too and just dissected the intro.
Man, the intro on this show is bonkers. Hey, listeners, I don't know if you know this, but the intro for Hitting the Brakes is the most interesting part of this show and maybe anything Pureflix has ever done. I'm like obsessed with this 15 seconds or whatever it is. It's so, it's fascinating. Like, for instance, the theme song. I was a race car driver trying to 69 and then, I crashed into his balls. You know, like, just the way the lyrics flow. I hate the wall and all that stuff. The thing that I noticed,
infinite.
It's a loop. It's a Ouroboros. It's a snake eating its tail. That's what this show is.
The intro.
The intro. I hear it in my head nonstop. The last thing I hear before I die is going to be, whoa, I crashed into the wall. Like, it's going to be, as the light fades from my eyes, you'll know I'm crashing into my own wall.
We have texted each other, like, different versions of this, like, crash into the wall lyric. Like, there's so many in our history, probably.
Yeah, it's the majority of what we text each other is rewritten opening credit lyrics to Hitting the Brakes. That's 90% of what we text each other. And then the rest is like, tomorrow morning at 9:30 okay, great. Yeah, see you tomorrow morning. And then that's it.
Oh, I slept in.
Well, yeah, but that only counts as like 0.2% of our texts. Like, that's no big deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I crashed into the mall.
Yeah, my barber told me I had to stop, so I took him to the
Do you
mountaintop. Now I'm getting
the theme song queued up?
Of course, I always got the theme song queued up.
We should probably play it to him since this is a very in-depth, review.
You're absolutely right. Gives me time to eat my breakfast card.
We'll do it.
I am. Podcasting's easy.
Hit the brakes.
So, oh, shredding over there. I thought Carlos Santana walked into the room.
That's what people call me a lot.
Do you think he ever gets called Careless Suntanner?
No.
I should.
He definitely should. I hope it's happened once. In person. Online, anything could happen. Who cares?
Yeah. I wonder, next time you go to a Santana concert, anyone listening, make a big sign that says Careless Suntanner and hold it up and see how he responds to that. If he goes, what? Then you know he's never been called.
Make sure you put lights on it, and maybe LED lights with arrows that like flash into it, because he's not going to see it.
Well, you need to make several of those arrows that have LED lights that flash, and then pass them out to other people in your row, so they're all pointing in towards your sign.
Yeah, if you're like a coach of a senior hockey team that would know who Santana is, take them all to Santana and create the same poster. Or some kind of situation where you can connect all your posters together to create one ultimate poster. Either or.
Beautiful. I love it. I think that's a great idea. And also, if you're a race car driver doing 35, don't crash into the wall intentionally like Dan does. Just done. Crashes into the mall. He's done.
He's dreaming of Colorado, though. He's in... probably Florida or California, wherever he lives previously.
Atlanta. Atlanta. He's a real housewife of Atlanta.
And he just wants to live in those, mountains. Rocky Mountain way. Mile up.
Oh, the rockiest, you know?
Yeah, well, it's because of, tectonic plates.
Is that how mountains get made?
Some of them. Actually, all of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are the rest of them made? Just like,
but in different ways. Some subduction, some's uplift.
Abduction?
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
What's abduction?
Oh, man, I wish I was a geologist so I could use that.
Are you not a geologist?
Well, in the eyes of the law, I guess, maybe. I have a degree.
In the eyes of the university you gave $40,000 to, yeah, you got a degree.
Yeah.
How much did your education cost? How much have you spent on education in your life?
You were pretty close.
Is that including...
In my life?
Yeah.
Oh, too much more.
Like 70,000? 80,000? Tell us your debts.
I'd go... No. It's somewhere between 25,000 and 75,000.
Well, I know it's
in the 10,000.
It's definitely more than 25,000 because that's what you spent on your most recent return to education.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Is this fun for you? Discussing your finances live on the show?
Yeah, it's great. I'm not uncomfortable at all.
Great. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I spent $20,000 on the same education you got 9 years later. So
nice.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, get that money.
Hey, honey, get that money. But you know?
And now we're all wet.
Well, now we're getting blown. So
buy taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, by Uncle Sam. By Haitian
if
Sam.
If I'm paying taxes, I should be able to get blown or at least have sex in my own backyard.
Yeah, of course. You own the property. How does that work? You don't own the Hey, let's not get into this.
Well, you actually don't own property.
Damn. Well, I'm a libertarian, so...
The queen could take it away in an instant.
Hey,
in Haiti.
That's true. The queen is always walking around pointing at people's property going, mine, mine. And people go,
Ding.
okay.
Ding.
She's got a scepter, and she just points her golden scepter at your house, and now your house is hers. So bye-bye, loser.
80 rules. It's mine. Ding.
Yeah,
Ding.
that's got a different connotation when she says it, though. She's telling you, these are the Haiti rules. Anything the queen wants is hers.
Yeah, but then us Haitians took it back.
That's right.
We're Haiti rules.
You know, it's funny. The queen walks around Haiti. Meanwhile, the song Bahama Mama is playing behind her. And it doesn't all really make sense, but it is a beautiful sight to see.
It is beautiful, and we should hope to see it more.
You know the song Bahama Mama by Boney M, right?
I'll sing 3 seconds of it.
Bahama Mama.
Mama.
That's it.
I don't know it.
It's a good song. Boney M had some bangers. I mean, beyond Rasputin and Mary's Boy Child, a lot of their album cuts are good.
I will look them up at a later date. Probably never.
That's a good call, yeah. You'd like Bahama Mama, though. That's a good one. It's a good
one. Yeah, okay, Bahama.
Okay. So, I was crashing into the wall.
Yeah.
And I was watching, and I got obsessed with the opening credits of the show, the 30-second opening credits. So I went back and I kept watching the car footage, the footage of like him racing, the footage of him crashing into the wall, all that stuff. I've come to some realizations watching it. One, most of that footage is CGI. Almost all of it is CGI, actually. All the stuff.
So he's just sitting there with a green suit on with a bunch of green behind him?
Yes, yeah. Dan is, of course, green everything. And they've CGI on a helmet and a racing suit. He's not wearing, he's naked, and then they just CGI the clothes over top of him. That's why this show cost millions of dollars.
And some hair, maybe a mustache. Does he have a race driver's mustache?
Yes, he does. It's you can't see it. They CGI it off though. That's the thing. You can, if you look close, you see his lip like kind of wiggling, and that's the CGI. It's not great around his lip there, right? So
if you see a wiggle, it must be CGI.
Exactly. That's the rule of the land. The land, someone's land. But so the first car that we see Dan in is the red number 7. It's a CGI car. It says number 7 on the side. It says Randy Wilcox on the side. And then all of the stuff that could be sponsors is just like shapes and colors. There's not any actual sponsors on the car, but it does say Randy Wilcox above the driver's side back wheel. It says that. Red car, number 7. Whoa. Crashes into the mall. The car, well, first of all, he intentionally drives the car into the wall and
cranks that.
Yeah. Crank that Soldier Boy, smashes into the wall. Then the car drives up onto the side of the wall and slides past the camera. That car is a red CGI race car, but it says the number 10 on the side of it for some reason. And I don't know why. You made the car, you made the asset, just know what number you put on it. I mean, I get it that it's for 4 seconds of footage total, but whatever.
Yeah.
So that car slides by. Sparks, Randy's
number 10.
Randy's, Dan Malibu. But then for 1 second, 2 seconds maybe, we get footage of a real NASCAR crash that happened. A real crash. At the end, as this car's spinning out, that's real footage of a real crash. And I figured out what that crash is and where it's from, and I found that footage. I found where that 1 second of footage came from. I'm a regular Nancy Drew is what I got to say about this.
Yeah, you found the clip.
Found the clip. It's from a different angle, so it's not the exact clip, but it is the crash. And I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of myself for figuring this out from like 1 second of car crash footage. Pretty good. The car crash that we see is from the 2013 Food City 500 out of Bristol, Tennessee. Brian Vickers nudged David Rudiman, who was driving the number 83 red Burger King car.
David Rudiman?
David Rudiman. He's driving the 83 red Burger King car. That's the car that we see. So Brian Vickers nudges him. He spins out and slams into the wall, and then he cuts off Jimmy Johnson, who you might know from breakfast sausage fame. So he cuts that guy off.
Definitely.
That crash ended up costing Jimmy Johnson the race. Like, he was going into it, like, Jimmy Johnson was going into it favored to win that race, and then he lost it because of this accident. Everyone was fine. Nothing major happened. But I gotta say, I'm pretty friggin' proud of myself for figuring out, like, tracking down this footage and figuring out where it's from. That's all. I'm just very excited, very proud of myself.
I'm super proud of you that you definitely went into this instead of watching the episode like you were supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm so proud that you figured this out.
Well, here's the thing. I should have been an FBI agent. I should have been a police officer when I figured this out. I should
have been an FBI agent going.
Yep. I saw this footage and I went, okay, the car says 83 on the side. It's a red car. So I started Googling red car, NASCAR, 83. Couldn't quite find what I was looking for. Looked at the footage again. Saw a Burger King logo on the bottom right side of the car. It's very covered up by smoke, but you can kind of see it for a second. So, okay, Burger King car, red car, number 83. Started looking for that. And then I was like, you know what? What years did Burger King have a red NASCAR? And it was only the years 2012 and 2013. So that narrowed the window down pretty majorly. Only 3 people have really driven that Burger King car. That's David Rudiman, Ryan Truex, and Landon Castle. And so narrowed it all down.
And then you got to look for crashes in that period of time.
Exactly. And so I found the friggin' thing, and it's right there. And it's, like I said, it's David Rudiman crashing at the 2013 Food City 500 out of Bristol, Tennessee. You can look it up. We're going to post the link to the video on our Twitter, so you can just watch it there and go, oh, we crashed into the mall. I get it.
And if you're not on Twitter, you can email us at pureboyspod@gmail.com.
Or you can get a friggin' Twitter and find us at Pure Boys Podcast on there.
I want to have an email consult with one of our listeners that I don't know already.
Right, yeah, sorry. Sorry, all of our listeners who are our friends. We don't want to hear from you. We want to hear from the one person who is not our friend who listens to the show. Also, shout out to all our friends for listening to the show.
Yeah, but also not. And I think our New York listener dropped off. But if you come back on, email us.
Nah, he's
please.
Gone. He's never coming back. He hated Cowgirl Summer, so what can I say?
Maybe he's a summer listener. Maybe he's a summer dandy.
Maybe. Here's the thing. I tweeted Andrew WK last night, and he liked my tweet. So, we're going to get a whole big slew of fans from that. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should ask him if he could retweet us or become on the pod.
Maybe. He's got a new album he's promoting that's pretty good. He made like a heavy metal album, and it's pretty awesome. A lot of the songs are about heaven and God.
Let's Get the Party Started on it?
No. But it does have a song called Take Me to Heaven. So maybe we could finagle Andrew WK into letting us use that song as our new theme song.
It'd be awesome if old people came out with albums and just put old hits on them.
What do you mean, like old bands? Like the Eagles and the Doobie Brothers and stuff?
Yeah. I guess those are greatest hits. This idea is falling apart.
You want them to re-record old songs?
Yeah, and create new songs, but I guess
mix in some old stuff. Yeah.
But people don't even buy albums anymore. They're just buying their songs on Apple for $1.99.
They're all about singles. That's what people like. Singles and EPs. That's how the world makes its money.
I remember a day when you could only get singles on cassettes and they called them casingles.
That is true?
I think so.
That can't. What a waste of a cassette that would be. It's got one song on it. This 3-minute cassette. Enjoy. What's on the other side?
Oh.
Nothing.
People in the 80s and 90s didn't give a F about the frickin' environment.
People in 2012, 2021 don't give a frick about the environment.
Yeah, they do. They're out there in the streets every day.
Have you heard of fast fashion? We don't care about the environment at all anymore.
What's fast fashion?
It's like there's companies that make really cheap clothing and then they ship and it's really cheap to buy and they ship it to you from China, and it's like the most wasteful thing ever. It's like a t-shirt wrapped in plastic wrap that costs $5, and it's just, and then the shirt falls apart in like 2 weeks, and then you just throw it out and buy a new one. It's great. It's not creating massive amounts of garbage.
Washing it?
No, it fell apart. The threads fell apart. It's cheap garbage. It's just crap shirt, but it looks nice. So you wear it once, and then it falls apart, and then you never wear it again. A cassette single, also known by the trademark casingle, or capitalized as, oh God, it went away, or capitalized as the trademark cassette single, is a music single supplied in the form of a compact cassette. The cassette single was first introduced in 1980 and phased out in 1980. Okay, interesting. Fair enough.
Very interesting.
Fascinating.
I gotta assume it's just a collector's grab.
Yeah.
They're trying to get all that money.
Got to get those casingles. That's my retirement right there.
That is your retirement.
I do love people that are like, oh, I collected all this stuff and now I'm going to sell it one day and it's going to be worth millions. And you go, why? Like, why would it be worth millions?
I mean, 1% of those people are going to hit the jackpot, like a Wayne Gretzky rookie card or something. But other than that, you're done.
Well, most of those people are going to crash into the wall. So...
Whoa!
About some hockey
On
cards. Yeah.
Should I go through this episode a little bit to tell the people what they missed?
Sure. I mean, I railroaded it to talk about this my amazing sleuthing, my amazing Nancy Drewing. So I think good call. You should take over.
Do you have more?
No, but I'm just very proud of myself for figuring it out. So
I'm very proud of you as well. I love a good heist story. I love a good sleuth.
Yeah.
And you gave it to us. You gave it to us in spades.
It took me the whole episode to figure it out. So 27 minutes.
Points to you.
Apparently, while Dan was while driving in Texas, he saw someone eating a cotton candy hot dog while he was driving.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, so that's my proof
note
that maybe he wasn't from Atlanta because he says he's driving at the Texas Motor Speedway.
No. You don't just drive in the town that you're from. You're a NASCAR driver. Haven't you seen Cars? You get in your truck and you drive to the next place.
In a different city other than Atlanta. So that's like maybe 1% more possibility that he doesn't live in Atlanta.
Are you saying that, is this your evidence? Because this is flimsy at best, counselor. You might want to go back to the drawing board on this.
It's very flimsy, I'll give you that, counselor, but I feel like it still at least gives you a little bit of nudge of disbelief that maybe he has an apartment, maybe like he has a mistress, maybe a bang maid.
Right.
Well,
he has a bang maid that lives at the hotel in Denver, in Colorado.
He definitely does, and he's hoping for another bang maid, and that's what this whole episode is about.
That's true. And his first bang maid, Reginald Val Johnson, is not pleased with him searching for a new bang maid.
Well, he's an automaton. He doesn't have anything going down there.
Right, he's a Ken doll. He's he's got a metallic plate where his Jimmy Johnson should be. Where his breakfast sausage should be hanging out.
Exactly. Another helpful note that I wrote down about this episode is that it was created by Tommy Blaze and David R. White.
David R. White?
A.R. White.
Oh, okay.
God.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh my God.
What does the AR stand for? We've never figured that out.
Action response.
All right, sure. That's a cool name.
Yeah, that's great, especially for a Hollywood dandy.
Yeah, isn't it crazy to know that like David A.R. White is a meme on the internet and like nobody really cares?
Is he?
Yeah, there's footage of him from this old movie from the 90s that he did where he plays a high school student, and it's like the last line of the movie, and it's David A.R. White like talking to someone in the hallway of his school, and he goes, "Hey, Scotty, Jesus, man." And then it freeze phrase on him, and then that's how the movie ends. And that's like a meme, I guess. If you type in Jesus, man, it'll go to Know Your Meme, and it'll take you there, and you'll learn all about it.
What's Know Your Meme?
It's a website that teaches you about memes.
That's cool.
It's
That's
gruel.
cool.
Yeah, it's gruel for sure. I mean, imagine you wanted to know, hey, what's keyboard cat? And you just go to Know Your Meme and you type in keyboard cat, and then it says, would you rather learn about chocolate rain? And you're like, yeah, actually, that sounds better. Yeah.
Does it give you lists of other cat memes and like a Wikipedia that you can just like tunnel down?
Yeah, for sure. It's got a whole bunch of different stuff in there where you can just, explore to your heart's content.
Well, I'm not going, and I think meme culture is bullcrap.
Okay, well, Tezon Day would disagree with you.
Yeah, made a life.
Well, kind of, I guess. God, imagine that. Ugh.
What, having a wife?
Having a life.
Yeah.
Imagine being someone like Tezon Day. Or worse yet, imagine being the Numa Numa guy. Imagine that's your legacy, and people are just like, there's that guy. Like, yep. I couldn't capitalize on it, unfortunately, so I'm just this laughing stock of society.
I really like your white everyman. Hey, that's that guy.
Hey, is that your jacket? Is that guy?
Yeah, it's like a Midwestern general type situation in Haiti.
The Midwestern generals love Numa Numa. They friggin' love it.
Is Midwestern generals a thing? Because that sounds spicy.
I mean, it sounds like the team that plays the Harlem Globetrotters.
The teen.
The team. It sounds. I mean, aren't they? I think they're called the Washington Generals, actually. But the Midwestern Generals is close enough for jazz.
Well, if they need to change, we got them covered.
Yeah, if the Washington Generals decide to change their name, we're going to suggest, why don't you change the Washington part of it to Midwestern Generals? And they'll go,
you got something, Scotty.
Did you know that the Harlem Globetrotters have applied to join the NBA? Like, they want to become an expansion team of the NBA.
That'd be fun.
That'd be insane. Like,
well,
what would that look like?
They couldn't use their skills. They'd have to play by NBA rules.
But, like, all of those guys are very talented basketball players to begin with, but they should let them throw buckets of confetti at people and stuff like that. That's fun.
Well, the regular NBA players would have to follow suit.
Imagine the Harlem Globetrotters get in the NBA, and then the NBA slowly morphs over the course of, I don't know, 1 to 10 seasons. It slowly morphs into just Harlem Globetrotter League, where everyone plays Harlem Globetrotter style basketball. There's tons of moments where dudes just keep throwing the ball against the backboard, and another guy jumps up and catches it and throws it against the backboard. It'd be awesome.
There's confetti everywhere.
The NBA's confetti budget. The NBA saves its confetti just for the championship, but the Harlem Globetrotters are like, why not use it every game? Every game with everyone.
Hey, League, how about more confetti?
Hey, League.
Mind blown.
What if we built you a giant bucket that you could hang in the rafters and fill with confetti? And then, much like us, the Harlem Globetrotters, you could pretend to throw this giant bucket of water in, quotation marks, onto the crowd, and then just confetti.
Yes.
Yeah. Could we build a bucket and fill it with the yiz of every man, woman, man in this building?
Yeah, good one. Good save.
Good save.
Imagine having to play basketball for 60 minutes with a steady stream of confetti coming down on you. That'd be cool.
Imagine having to play basketball for 60 minutes with just a raging boner the whole time.
They should give every player a Viagra before playing.
Yeah, I mean, some teams will have to settle for horny goat weed. Like, obviously, like the Lakers are going to get... Yeah, like the Lakers are going to get Viagra, of course. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the 76ers, the Golden Arches or whoever the hell that team is.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves are getting horny goat weed, and they're thankful for that. They're like,
well, they are Timberwolves, though.
Well, exactly. They're eating it right off the forest floor.
I would love watching an NBA game with everyone with crazy boners.
Fully torqued. Just like...
Oh, sorry, ref.
People trying to, like, guard each other, post up, doing screens, just jamming their dinguses into each other.
Cameras and announcers just like zooming in on boners.
And the idea of like knowing that at some point someone is gonna like dribble the ball and slap it off their dingus. Like that's definitely gonna happen at some point. Maybe multiple times. Maybe someone will dribble with their dingus themselves.
Could be.
That's not against the rules. There's no rule that says you can't dribble the ball with your big old donger. That's totally within the rules.
It could be a purposeful play when you're crossing the ball over. Instead of going to your other hand, you stop it with your dinger and then take a shot.
You pump fake your dinger to the right, but then you're already headed left, and they've been watching your dinger the whole time, so they go to the right, and then now you're gone.
The problem with this, I think the thing that's going to stop this from getting written into law in the NBA
Homophobia.
is that it's too easy to spot a baby dick.
Right, it's too easy to spot a Terrence Howard type in the NBA, and
like there's going to be no shoot.
That's it. People are going to be like, didn't you give Steph Curry the Viagra? And they go, we gave him so much. We gave him like 4 pills, and that's all we got.
Yeah. Is he duct taping it to his leg?
He's gone to the doctor several times because his erection has lasted 16, 17 hours some nights with the amount we give him.
Well, I think Steph Curry's got like an average sized dinger. I think they talk about it on Holy Moly.
What's Holy Moly?
It's a reality game show surrounded by... It's like Wipeout meets mini golf. It's ridiculous.
Whoa. I'm gonna need a few minutes to process that because I just crashed into the wall in my head. It's like Wipeout meets mini golf. Never thought I'd see that. And they were talking about Steph Curry's dinger on there, I guess.
Well, Steph Curry is like not a color commentator. He just does like video shorts between the holes and the mollies.
Where he's like, here's me having a shower.
He starts each one with, here's me.
Hey, holy moly, Steph Curry here. Here's me, going to get some drive-through. Check it out.
Holy moly, go hit the ball. I think there might be skill testing questions involved, but I'm not too sure.
Holy moly. Is it new?
I think it's in season 2 or something.
Damn, I'm checking it out.
It's ridiculous. The reality game shows that they're coming out with today.
Yep.
It's a golden age, silver age, maybe
Man,
diamond.
Think about the idea of, how you get a basket, you go to the Scholastic Book Fair and you buy a poster for your wall of Michael Jordan, tongue out, just jamming on somebody. But now imagine Michael Jordan's fully torqued and he's hitting that guy's brakes right now with his fully torqued dinger while he's slamming jamming. That's pretty cool. What kid wouldn't want that on their wall?
I think what would make me excited about that is that it's league mandated. That's an extra level of like beautifulness.
It
like
says
a league mandated boner. Ooh wee.
It's written on their shorts. This is league mandated. The Harlem Globetrotters have insisted that we do this, and so we have to. They've won every championship since they've joined the league.
Yeah.
You know what? You've seen the movie Flubber, right?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what the best part of the movie Flubber is?
No.
So the
goo?
The goo's pretty good. When the goo dances, that's pretty fun. But
yeah.
So at the end of the movie, Robin Williams puts Flubber on all the basketball players' shoes at this high school so they can. But all it does is make them jump 400 feet in the air and slam into the ceiling and die. And so it's just crazy. But the opposing coach comes up to the ref and he's like, what is this? Like, these guys are jumping like 70 feet in the air. Like, this is ridiculous. This is clearly cheating. And the ref goes, hey, there's nothing in the rule book that says you can't jump too high.
There's got to be a substance rule about goo, though.
Right? Get your shoe goo out of here.
Yeah, like in baseball, you can't have like wax under your beak of your hat because that'll grease the ball, baby.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Pitchers.
Grease. It's colored grease. Don't worry about it.
Without context, colored grease sounds like the worst thing any person could ever say.
Jose Canseco, you have beautiful lipstick on. It's colored grease. That's the most relevant baseball player name I know. I don't
Yeah.
know baseball. When was Jose Canseco popular? Last year?
I'd say 90s.
Ooh, rough.
80s.
Roberto Alomar. Get that colored grease off your lips.
That's early 90s, I think.
Well, Darryl Strawberry. That's about I know a lot about baseball. I'm well versed in baseball. Is there a guy named Big Papi? Is that a guy's name?
Yeah, that was more recent. That was 2000s.
Okay.
Big Papi was a Cuban baseball player for the Red Sox.
Ortiz.
And he's just this huge guy.
Right. Is he David Ortiz? Tito Ortiz? Something like that. Is this good content?
Yes. Yeah, he hit dingers. Go watch his dingers on YouTube.
All right. Yeah, he took a bunch of Cialis and he hit dingers. Hey, you know what?
Government mandated.
People say we should just have a league of sports where everyone's on drugs. And I go, I agree with that. You should let everyone just take all the performance-enhancing drugs they want, but they also have to take Viagra and be fully torqued while they play. That's how you get away with it. You can take all the steroids you want and smash dingers into like the next stadium, but you gotta be fully torqued while you do it. And if you're not, it doesn't count. So we don't put it in the record book.
You gotta have a boner.
Hitting the brake.
Carrot Bob was in this episode. Arlen made an appearance. Ashley, the intern that they get is hot, and David is insecure about it.